Time is ticking, and here's the harsh truth. Every day you delay becoming who you're meant to be, the old version of you gets stronger. Most people never escape that loop. They settle, they shrink, they live on autopilot. But what if this moment was your break in the pattern? What if there's a proven path to evolve your personality, not by pretending, but by designing it with purpose? In the next few minutes, we'll reveal the 5 stages of self-directed personality development that separate the average from the unstoppable. Stick around, because what you'll learn today could change everything. If you like personality videos, hit that subscribe button to prevent missing out on future videos. Let's get started. Stage 1, the awakened observer. This is where everything shifts, radically, irreversibly, and beautifully. You're not just going through the motions anymore. Something clicks. The fog lifts. It's like flipping on a light in a room you didn't even know was dark. Suddenly, you see yourself, not just in the mirror, but in the messy corners of your mind. You catch that voice in your head whispering doubts, or screaming nonsense. You notice your patterns that sabotage your peace, kill your progress, and hijack your potential. But instead of spiraling, you watch, you pause, you reflect. You realize you're not your emotions, not your habits, not even your past. You're the one watching them, and that is your superpower. This is the rare moment most people miss. They stay stuck in autopilot while you wake the hell up. You stop reacting like a puppet and start observing like a master. And it's not always pretty. You'll see fears, insecurities, maybe even some behaviors that make you cringe. But guess what? That's gold. Because observation without judgment is the launchpad of transformation. And here's your first bold move. Grab a journal and just write. Dump your thoughts. No filters. No fixing. No shame. Just raw, real, uncut self-awareness. This is your mental gym, where the reps of reflection build the muscle of clarity. It's how you go from chaos to control. Most people never get here. They live in loops. But you're building consciousness. You're stepping into the role of the observer, the architect, the driver of your destiny. And once you learn to see clearly, you can never unsee. This is the beginning of everything. The first domino. The opening chapter of your reinvention. So breathe it in. Embrace the discomfort. You've just activated the most elite version of you, and there's no turning back. Stage 2, the inner architect. This is where you stop surviving and start designing boldly, unapologetically, and with complete ownership. You've woken up, and now comes the real thrill. You realize you're not trapped by who you've been. You're not cemented in old labels, toxic habits, or anyone's outdated expectations. You're the builder now, the sculptor, the engineer of your identity. You start tearing down the mental wallpaper others slapped on you, beliefs that never fit, stories that never served, rules that never felt right. It's like gut renovating your inner world, and trust me, it's messy. Dust everywhere, cracks in the foundation. A few ghosts are hiding in the closet. But it's yours, and that's the difference. You start asking powerful questions. What do I value? What do I want? What kind of life actually lights me up? And the answers? They guide the blueprint. You replace people-pleasing with boundaries. You trade comfort for growth. You build habits that scream alignment, not survival. And sure, people will look at you sideways. They'll wonder why you're changing, evolving, not playing it safe. But listen, every brilliant architect is doubted before the masterpiece stands tall. This is where you learn to bet on yourself like never before. You invest in books, mentors, routines, anything that sharpens your tools. And here's your ultimate power tool, vision crafting. Sit down. Picture your ideal future self in wild, vivid detail. See them. Hear them. Write their story like it's already real. Then revisit that vision daily. Tattoo it onto your consciousness. Why? Because your brain will chase the story you tell it. And most people, they're stuck living a script someone else wrote. But you're rewriting the entire narrative, and you're making it legendary. This isn't reinvention. It's a rebirth. Welcome to the blueprint phase. Let's build something breathtaking. Stage 3, the inner warrior. This is where the gloves come off, the excuses get burned, and you stare your shadows straight in the eye. This isn't the pretty stage. It's the raw, unfiltered battle zone of personal growth. Here's where the fear rises like a tidal wave. The resistance feels relentless. The doubts? Loud, obnoxious, and oh so persistent. But instead of running, you plant your feet and say, bring it. You lean into the discomfort. You face the stories that have been silently running your life. Stories about not being enough, about being too broken, too late, too small. And here's the truth bomb: those stories aren't facts. They're just echoes from your past. Childhood scripts. Old wounds. False beliefs you never chose but somehow carried. This stage is where you finally drop the victim card and pick up your sword. You stop pointing fingers. You start owning every inch of your evolution. You become the hero, not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. And no, it's not perfect. You'll still hear that inner critic whisper it's garbage. But now, you talk back. You interrupt the script. You say, hey, thanks for the input, but I'm rewriting this scene. That moment, right there, is power. This is where grit is forged. Where resilience becomes your identity. Where courage stops being a concept and becomes your daily habit. And while most people run from their darkness, you walk through it with your head high, your heart open, and your fire lit. This stage separates the dreamers from the doers, the stuck from the unstoppable. You don't just survive here, you transform. Because of the warrior in you, they've been waiting. And now, they rise. Stage 4, the conscious creator. This is where everything changes, permanently, powerfully, and unmistakably. You're no longer guessing your way through life, you're engineering it, one intentional decision at a time. You wake up, and instead of scrolling aimlessly or reacting to chaos, you choose your state. You own your morning, your mindset, your moves. You're not perfect, let's be real, no one is, but you're consistent, and that alone makes you a rare breed. You know your triggers like landmarks on a map, and instead of falling into them, you sidestep like a ninja. You've got tools now, systems, routines that serve your higher self. You don't chase motivation anymore, it's too fickle. You've automated excellence. Your habits run the show, and they're designed to win. And guess what? People notice. You walk in with calm confidence, and others feel it. You radiate clarity, and suddenly, you're not just improving, you're inspiring. But here's the kicker, you're still humble. You still learn. You still grow. Because this stage isn't about ego, it's about elevation. You stack your environment like a mastermind. Sticky notes on mirrors. Alarms with affirmations. Books at your bedside. Mentors in your ear. You set yourself up so success becomes the default, not the exception. While most people react to life like it's some unpredictable storm, you build the forecast. You're no longer at the mercy of moods or circumstances. You've trained your mind like a champion. Every day is a creative act, and your life, it's the ultimate canvas. So yes, this stage is electric. It's empowering. It's where you stop waiting for change and become it. And once you taste this kind of freedom, trust me, you'll never settle for autopilot again. You're not just living. You're designing a legacy. Stage 5, the expansive guide. This is where your growth becomes contagious. Your journey becomes a torch, and your purpose? It explodes beyond you. This is the stage only a few ever reach. But let me tell you, anyone can, if they're brave enough to evolve through the fire and not just for themselves. You feel it deep in your gut. It's not just about success anymore. It's about significance. You don't just want to grow. You want to elevate others. You've walked the path, felt the pain, earned the insight, and now you turn around with an outstretched hand and say, let me show you the way. You become the guide, not the guru, not the know-it-all, but the one who's been there, battled the storm, and came back with light. You mentor. You speak life. You pour into others, not from ego, but from love. Your story, once filled with struggle, now becomes a roadmap for someone else's comeback. The wounds you once tried to hide, now they shine like medals of resilience. You realize that healing isn't selfish, it's asterisk service. Asterisk because every time you share, someone else rises. You posted that story. You start that podcast. You mentor that teen. You hug that friend tighter because you know, and the magic? You keep expanding. The more you give, the more you grow. It's like spiritual compound interest. You feel richer, freer, more alive than ever, not because of what you've achieved, but because of who you've lifted. So here's your next power move. Share your journey, raw, real, messy, magnificent. Someone out there doesn't need perfection. They need you, exactly how you'd say it, exactly how you lived it. This is a legacy in motion. This is an impact of fire. This is what it means to become more by helping others become whole. Welcome to the rarest air. You're not just the hero anymore, you're the guide. Look, this journey isn't a race, it's a revolution, and it's not about bulldozing your way through the 5 stages like a personal growth speedrunner. It's about awareness, ownership, radical self-honesty. It's about standing exactly where you are, looking yourself in the eye, and saying, I choose to rise, right here, right now. Because let's drop the myth, you are not your past. You're not the mistakes, the labels, or that outdated personality quiz result you once clung to. You are potential, alive and kicking, in motion. Your growth in human form, a masterpiece still in progress. And that future version of you, the one standing tall at the end of this path, they're not just waiting, they're watching. They're powerful, magnetic, grounded in truth, and oh so proud you didn't quit when things got messy. Because it will get messy. Growth isn't cute. It's gritty. But guess what? You've got this. So here's the mission, crystal clear, pick your stage. Don't overthink it. Feel into it, name your next move. Make it bold, make it real, make it yours. Then show up every day, as if that future you already live inside you. Because truth bombs? They do. They've been whispering to you all along. It's time to stop silencing them. It's time to start walking like you mean it. One conscious choice. One honest habit. One fierce, empowered step at a time. You don't need a full map. You just need to move forward. Are you ready to build the most powerful version of you? Good. Because they're ready for you, too. So if you found this video helpful to part of your personal growth, make sure you've liked it and comment with your thoughts to stay engaged with us. Until the next video, thanks for watching.